In basketball as we welcome you back to the 2022 Mpbl playoffs.
One thing I learned is never choose your opponent kung sino yung manalo sa kanila kasi they have their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's a very tight battle right now. It's very physical. So maganda panoorin.
Baseline inbound, Gabo. They go to Villarreal. He will drive. Pilot with some magic in the air. The second season champions of the Mpbl, the Red Hot Knights, are one win away from the North Division Finals. Tonight, they come back to their home court, the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, where Pasig aims to stay alive on the other end of the court. The team that has been the underdog all season long, they finished number 2. They battled it out against the number 3 seeded team in the North Division. And the question stands for tonight, is it end or extend for your North Division semifinals matchup between Pasig City and the San Juan Knights? Once again, we come to you live from the city of San Juan, the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, the home of the second season champions ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Then again, it was a different lineup back in the day for San Juan. Now the new lineup will face Jason Milano, who had 26 points in game number 1. Dexter Marquez, one of the mid-season additions of San Juan. That guy had 19 points and 7 rebounds in game number 1 in 8 out of 9 shooting. Very efficient from the field for the San Juan Knights. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. This is game number 2 of San Juan versus Pasig. Mix Gomez at your service alongside Javi Palanya. Javi, who do you expect to be more hungry here? Pasig, who's down 0-1, or San Juan, who's defending their home court?
Well, it's definitely going to be Pasig City. They want to extend this series and force it into a winner-take-all Game 3. Pasig, I'm sure, they did not stop at being number 2 in the division this season. They want to be able to finish that yung run nila and be able to move on over to the division finals to face Nueva Ecija.
San Juan was number 3, Pasig number 2, pero number 1 ang ating courtside reporter na si Gian Alian is present tonight. G, good evening to you.
Good evening to you, Migs and Javi. And for those who have missed it, we did learn last game our first team entering the division finals. Congratulations to the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. Potential na malaman natin ngayon kung sino ang makakalaban nila, if the San Juan Knights are going to seal the deal or kung babawi ang Pasig. We do know that both of these teams are very strong, but they have gone through their own roller coaster journeys throughout the season. So we're going to find out during this game who is going to be more motivated, and as you guys said, who is going to be more hungry. Now back to you guys.
Thank you, Gianna. And to everyone watching us live on 1PH, maraming salamat po sa inyo. To those of you watching in the live streams as well, Facebook and YouTube, thank you so much. And do invite your friends and family to catch our games. This is game number 2 between Pasig and San Juan. Now, Javi, let's break down our game 1 result between these two squads. It happened in Palayan City, Nueva Ecija. What a game that was, especially for the San Juan Knights. They led by as much as 23 points in that matchup.
Well, you can see here the numbers from that game, limiting Pasig City to only 33.8% while shooting 54.2% from the field. Itong San Juan Knights, and Pasig City was just really blank from 3-point country. Only 3 makes compared to the 11 for San Juan. They did a splendid job defensively, holding Carla Simosa 2 out of 14 from the field. Robbie Manalang was 1 out of 10 from the field. 2 of the top gunners ng Pasig City na blanka ng depensa ng San Juan, and it was only Jason Milano who top scored with 26. Siya lang talaga ang nagdala ng fight doon. No other player scored in double figures para sa Knights, and they proved na outside of Judel Fuentes, meron ang pwede mag-contribute sa opensa ng San Juan Knights.
Orlan Mamar even had a double-double in that game, scoring in double figures and dishing out as well very well para sa kanyang San Juan Knights. Now, we do have 2 players to watch out for tonight. As you mentioned, Jason Milano played very well in game number 1. Dexter Marquez as well played very well.
These guys carry the fight para sa kanilang koponan in that opening game of this series. Marquez has shown us how dangerous he can be offensively, and once again duplicating that in that game 1 win. 19.7 rebounds, 2 assists and 2 steals, a little bit of everything. Samantalang Jason Melano was forced to do everything offensively para sa Pasig City. Let's see if Melano will be able to get contributions from his team in today's game, especially Carlo Lastimosa and Robbie Manalang.
Now let's turn you over to our venue announcer, Miguel Perey.
In San Juan City for more exciting playoff basketball action. It's game 2 of the best of 3 quarterfinal series between Pasig City and your San Juan City. With the Knights leading the series 1-0. This is the OK Bet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season playoffs presented by Extreme. Let's make way for the starters, beginning with the Pasig City MCW Sports. Starting at center, number 18, Jason Ballesteros. At guard, number 4, Ryan Costello. Also at guard, number 22, Robbie Manalang. At forward, number 16, Jason Melano. The other forward, number 29, Carlo Lastimosa. The head coach for Pasig City MCW Sports is Ogie Gumatay. Assistant coaches Michael Gonzalez, Richard Rosales, Arvil Talag, and Idol Intalan. Team owner is Mr. Buddy Encarnado. And now, the starting 5 for your San Juan Knights. Go for goal! Starting at center, number 9, Dexter Marquez. At forward, number 7, Ron Tennyson. The other forward, number 2, Mike Calisaan. Starting at guard, number 5, Orlan Wamar. And the other guard, number 17, Judel Fuentes. The head coach for San Juan Knights, Go for Gold, is Randy Alcantara. Assistant coaches, Yong Garcia, Nani Epondulan, and Jerry Andalion. Team manager is the Mpbl All-Star Executive Game 2-time
Game number
champion
2 between Pasig City and the San Juan Knights. Different starting lineup now for Pasig. Ryan Costello in, Tyron Chan out. Robbie Manalang, Jason Ballesteros, Carlo Lastimosa, and Jason Melano remain in that first 5. And as for San Juan, familiar names, familiar 5, Orlan Omar, Jadel Fuentes, Dexter Marquez, Michael Calisaan, and Ron Denison. Thank you so much for joining us, folks, here in game number 2 inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, the home of the second season champions of the Mpbl, the San Juan Knights. Mix Gomez, Javi Palanya, and Gianna Llanes at your service. Javi, what do you expect here, especially from Pasig in the first quarter?
Well, I did say earlier that Pasig would be the hungrier team in this game because they want to extend this series as Fuentes opens up festivities here with a 3-point basket. But San Juan does have motivation of their own to be able to finish the series now, enter the North Division Finals, and have the right to face the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, who they have a lot of history with.
Right? They are the last team na nakalaban ng Nueva Ecija in the finals of another league as Orlan Omar scores inside. And remember, in the past 2 seasons of the Mpbl, San Juan came out of the North Division. They faced Davao in the finals, won the championship in Season 2, and lost in the finals in Season number 3. Then again, that was a different lineup with the likes of John Wilson, Larry Rodriguez, Mike Ayanayon, and Jonar Clarito. Ballesteros getting the board. Lastimosa onto Melano. 26 points in game 1. Missing. Calisaan with the board. Wamar looks up. That guy had 13 assists in game 1. A turnover. Pasig still scoreless here. Melano to Ballesteros. Almost lost it. He recovers. Napaganda pa. 2+1.
That was a tough pass right there. but they still managed to get it to Jason Ballesteros. Had they got it to him earlier, that could have been a slam dunk by Jason Ballesteros, who had a couple in that playoff match in this very venue against Quezon City.
Later on, you're gonna see it in our top 10 plays, no? Yun yung play na hindi nakareact si Javi Palanya. Hindi alam kung ano sabihin niya.
Nagulat ako na todo-todo.
Which is exactly what you said on that play. What a funny sequence that was. 5-2 our score. Fuentes, one-hander, no good. Rebound Calisan. That's what he's known for. No foul. Ball will remain with San Juan.
And more than the rebounding and the hustle, Calisan was able to get points up on the board in Game 1 to be able to contribute to the cause of victory for the Knights.
Denison onto Wamar. Ooh! Ball slipped out of his hands. It ends up with Marquez. Somehow, everything became better for San Juan in that offensive possession.
What a smart play right there. And Jason Ballesteros leaving his feet. That's all Marquez needed for him to blow by his defender and get all the way to the basket.
Remember, in game number 1, that was the strategy of Dexter Marquez to pull Jason Ballesteros away from that paint.
Yeah, to negate the shot blocking abilities of the people that is Jason Ballesteros there. You see, getting by and laying it in, no resistance when he got near the basket.
Marquez was 8 out of 9 from the field in game number 1.
He actually did most of that in the first half.
Right? He only played 18 minutes, but he was the best player. Now he gets the steal. Denison will bring that ball down. It has been a storied season for these San Juan Knights. Lost a couple of players in the mid-season, including Jammer Hamito. They gained some, including that guy, Dexter Marquez. And only 6 players remain from that championship team in 2018. Lastimosa will miss. Battle for the ball here. It ends up with San Juan having the possession.
It remains to be seen how Carlo Lastimosa can bounce back from that horrendous shooting performance in Game 1. 2 out of 14 from the field.
He's really had a hard time as Carlo scored 8 points. 4 of those coming from the free throw line. Vamar inside. What a feed to Calisaan.
That's exactly how San Juan was able to dice up Pasig City in Game 1. Pasig would play good defense, but at the last moment, there would be a San Juan player waiting for the cut and able to get an easy score.
Let me correct myself. Vamar had 10 assists in game number 1 alongside 11 points. 9-2 our score. Fuentes, drive. No block for Ballesteros. Instead, he's called for a foul.
Oh, there's a conscious effort, it seems to be, from Jodel Fuentes to put the ball on the deck and attack the paint more as they're trying to check his three-point shot. There's that amazing pass by Wamar to Calisan.
And again, San Juan is off to a good start. Remember, in the first quarter in game 1, they led by the halfway mark, 18-4.
They are on pace to duplicate that effort here with 6 minutes and 28 to go in the first.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Timeout na ang Pasig City as they feel the sense of urgency. They are fighting for survival here in game number 2. 11-2 our early score, 6.5 minutes remaining in the opening frame. With the emergence of both Orlan Mamar and Dexter Marquez in game number 1, we could actually say that Jodel Fuentes took a backseat to his teammates.
And there you see only 10 points, 3 out of 10 from the field. And didn't really have to do much because, as you mentioned, Marquez and Wamar played splendidly offensively aside from a few other San Juan players. But aside from that, Fuentes, you mentioned that San Juan has had a storied season. That guy has had one storied season of his own, emerging as an all-star in his very first campaign here in the Mpbl.
All-star starter pa yan ng North Division natin, as Robbie Manalang splits the D and gives us a left-handed floater.
That's not something that you see every day. Ambidextrous finish right there, galing kay Robbie Manalang.
Kalisaan, Marquez against Ballesteros. They're looking for Fuentes. A lot of space. That's too easy. Just couldn't make a basket here. Denison gets the board though. Now he's open. Wala pa rin. Melano and Kalisaan go down. Ballesteros will track it down. He saved it to Fuentes. Cross court, Denison. A lot of time on the shot clock. Foul here against Carlo Lastimosa on the three-pointer.
No reason right there for Carlo to give up that personal. That's too eager para sa kanya. You're fouling a guy who isn't really much or is known as a threat as a shooter in Ron Denison. But you now give him a closer look at the basket by trooping to that 15-foot line, but he misses on the first.
Denison played 13 minutes in game number 1, had 5 points. But that was his main assignment, to defend Carlo Lastimosa.
Yeah, you know, when him scoring the basketball, that's only a bonus para sa'yo. It's not every time that you see him fill up the stat sheet with numbers in the points department.
Denison made the last free throw, 2 points so far for him. 13-4, our early tally. Approaching the halfway mark of the first quarter. Robbie Manalang using the pick. They go to Ballesteros. Inside. Kick out. Peralta. Oh, he needed that one. Badly needed that one to drop.
That's right. Tonton Peralta was also one of the gunners for Pasig City, struggling in that Game 1 loss. 1 out of 9 from the field. And only 0 out of 2 from downtown.
Good look again. Different result though. Remember, that guy is a scary, streaky shooter. Carlo, what a spin. And 2 points for Carlo Lastimosa.
Yan yung hindi natin masyado nakita from Pasig in Game 1. You know, that relentlessness to try and track down extra possessions for your team.
13-9 our score. Jodel Fuentes. Screen by Marquez. He gives it up. Dexter is called for a walk.
And now they're playing better defense now that they seem to have a run to come close dito sa San Juan, who were threatening to duplicate that situation in game number 1 where they led 18-4 at the midway point of the first.
We turn you over to Gianna Llanes. G, go ahead.
Amin natin si Coach Ogie na nawala talaga yung composure ng kapunan niya last game. Pero sabi niya ngayon daw, tamang pahinga ang nakuha nila. And unlike game 1, hindi sila pagod sa biyahe. He keeps it simple for Pasig before the game, telling them, kung ayaw niyo matapos ang season natin, team defense ang focus. When we work, we will be rewarded. Back to you, Migs and Javi.
Yeah, that's a great report as we get to see Ron Denison making a basket. Looks like he heard Javi Palanya.
Well, you know, he did sharpen up his offensive game, especially when he entered the PBA. And right now we're seeing the fruit of that labor. There are really some games where he gets double digits in points.
Lastimosa answering back on the other end. Looks like hindi na nga niya nararamdaman yung pagod ng pagdayo, no? Sa Nueva Ecija, as reported by Gianna, it took a long time. 5 hours for them to reach Palayan City, and they only reached the court 1 hour before the game.
And that's big, you know, coming in for a player with only that much time to warm up, you know, get settled in sa venue, and then listen to your pregame huddle, and then warm up, get some shots off.
Lastimosa couldn't make that three. Could have been a big one for him. 11-16 our score. Bamar. Pass to the trailer. Bump here against Pasig. Robbie Manalang matatawagan. Take a look at this replay. Ron Denison Well, he does that have occasion. He does have that occasionally, and three-point shot na yan. Carlo Lastimosa now, he has that constantly. The one-hander from Carlo, the all-star of Pasig. Remember, Lastimosa came off of a hamstring injury. Bumalik siya midway in our season. First game back, scored the game winner. Was best player right then and there. Celso could not convert inside. And if you can remember as well, there was a lineup by San Juan in game number 1 there where they put shock troopers on the floor. Defensive specialists. That includes Mpbl Moica, who will now check in. Joseph Celso and Joseph Marquez there as well. Miss mula kay Ryan Costello. Chance for San Juan. Fuentes. Late whistle. Blocking foul ang may tatawag.
And that shot will not count. But to comment on what you were saying earlier, Migs, I do remember that lineup that Coach Randy Alcantara had with Celso, Mpbl Moica, si Marvin Taiwan was running that point guard spot para sa kanila.
Referee Jonald Belnas had to take that ball away from Moica because the mop boy was still doing his job. Hirap nun kung nasa gitna siya, yet the action was happening already. Joseph Marquez was also part of that lineup that we were talking about. There's Mojica who steps out of bounds.
Hindi ka makakatakas doon kasi kitang-kita ni Coach Ogie Kumatay. That happened right in front of him.
There's Coach Randy Alcantara who seems to really turn up a notch in the playoffs. 5-2 our turnover story in favor of Pasig. Lastimosa now having a word with Mojica. And the push as Marquez got in between. Again, it has been a challenging series for Carlo Lastimosa. Imagine being covered by a taller guy like Mojica. And he's coming off the bench.
Well, he was trying
Oh, that's why.
to push away, and Marquez with the most innocent of intentions of trying to break the two up. Nadamay pa.
Referees will take a look at this one.
Completely unnecessary right there for Lastimosa, that hit on Marquez. But I do understand the frustration. You said earlier that it has been a very difficult series for Carlo Lastimosa, and understandably so. He's the best player on this team.
Referees just making sure that they give us the right call here. 2 minutes and 25 in the opening frame. 16-11 our score. Pasig fighting for survival. San Juan looking to advance to the North Division Finals and set up a date with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards. By the way, what a first game that was. We had earlier, Javi, a scare in the late game by Pampanga, even though they were playing without Topeng Nagrama anymore. Raymond Binoya had the game of his career. Archie Concepcion was fighting for dear life even though he was really tired already, visibly. NJ Garcia had some crucial baskets. Unfortunately, Nueva Ecija was just too strong once again.
Well, you just gotta applaud the effort of Pampanga. They looked to be a team that was defeated right in the second quarter, but they were able to fight back, use that as fuel.
So double take ang may tatawag, Lastimosa and Marquez, and the personal against Mojica. Carlo will return here with Jason Milano, Alvin Baichong, Tonton Peralta, and Ryan Costello. As for San Juan, they have Orlan Mamar, Joseph Celso, Mpbl Mojica, Joseph Marquez, and Judel Fuentes. Carlo, a lot of time here. Down by 5. Lastimosa with the cross. Going to the left, that's too strong. Fuentes with the board. Forward pass. Ooh!
That's a foul. That's an obvious foul.
Costello went down. Mojica apologizing and helping him up immediately.
Offensive foul on number 18, easy one Mojica. And the second personal foul.
There's the pass, a good anticipation by Milano to break up the play, and Mojica just could not stop his momentum moving forward.
Obviously unintentional. He did try to help up Costello immediately. Baichong trying to seal inside. Instead he gets it up top. Costello breaking free. 10 on the shot clock. They go to Tonton. Catch and fire. Too strong. Rebound. It ends up with Lamar and the foul on Carlo. Now that is costly because Carlo's up to 3 fouls now. Some more commotion here between Costello and Mamar.
Now, Plastimosa has to be very careful here. He doesn't want to earn the ire more of this San Juan team, and we all know how these guys have each other's backs, and they have a lot of players who could try to get under his skin as this game progresses. At alam naman natin gaano ka-importante si Carlo dito sa Pasig City. We saw it in Game 1 when he struggled. Pasig could not get anything going offensively. Dumagdag pa dyan ang ang pangit na performance ni Robbie Manalang offensively.
Manalang's numbers, 1 out of 10. 3 points only in 32 minutes of play. That is 3 fouls on Carlo. We're still in the first quarter here. And it is free throws for San Juan. Tyron Chan will come in. Art Patrick Aquino as well for EJ Boy Moica, who has 3 fouls as well.
Well, for Coach Ogie Umatay, leaving Carlo inside the game with 2 fouls, that was a gamble he was willing to take because Lastimosa was starting to get a groove offensively, and he didn't want to put that to waste by putting him on the bench. And seeing as to how his team was able to come close to San Juan, proved to be a good gamble. Kaya lang right now, picks up his 3rd foul. Wala na talaga siyang choice but to put Carlo on that bench.
And as you mentioned, Carlo has to be very careful. We already saw one person foul out in the first half today. 16 to 11, the score. Mamar at the line. Some gimmies here for Orlan Mamar, who we mentioned had a double-double in game number 1. 11 points and 10 assists for the veteran point guard. 6 lamang sila na kampyonato in the second season of the Mpbl who have stayed with this team, namely Joseph Marquez, Orlan Mamar, Jeff Tahonera, Art Patrick Aquino, Joseph Ubalde joining that as well, and CJ Isit, who we did not see in game number 1 because he was feeling down the weather as soon as he arrived in Nueva Ecija. Costello converting on free throws here. Possession belonging to Pasig. 12-17, under 2 minutes in the opening quarter. Costello, screen by Baichong. Omar went flying. Milano. That's a walk. Warning kay Orlan. Now Costello goes down. He's holding on to his lower or to his groin. As you get to see that pass from Fuentes finding Aquino, who scores inside.
Coach Garcia is asking for a flop, but I don't think that was a flop. He's still down on the floor and he seems to be in a lot of pain. We'd love to see the replay of this one.
Well, he is holding on to his private part. Just waiting for the replay here. Hopefully we can get it. Just heard the chants of the crowd here in San Juan. All right, here it is. Take a look at Momar and Costello. They get tangled up. Is there a hit?
I think it was the knee. I think there was a knee to the private part of Ryan Costello. Di lang natin nakita from that angle. But obviously, it was something that shook Ryan Costello, left him on the floor for quite some time.
So we just proceed here. Nothing else will be called. 19-13. Tyrone Chan. Another whistle blown.
That's been the story of this day, Mix. The physicality has been on a different level. Our referees are trying their best to try and control the situation. But obviously, because of the magnitude of these matchups, this is something that is inevitable.
Chan makes the first free throw. Remember, he started in the previous game for being immediately subbed out. Played 7 minutes, scored 5 points. Second try is good. Lead cut down to 4 here. 1 minute and 20 remaining in the first. Momar bringing it down. 2 screens up top. Orlan onto Marquez. Joseph, handoff. Jadel. Fuentes drifting right. No good. Milano gets the board. 1 minute to go. Tonton. Back to Robbie. Screen by Milano. Manalang. The pop. The pass. Tonton. Lot of space. In and out for Peralta. And then another foul.
Oh, it's going to be on Celso.
That was a late whistle. Free throws tayo para kay Alvin Baichong. Remember, in game 1, Baichong was getting those rebounds. 7 boards, 3 from the offensive glass for Alvin.
But one thing among others that Pasig City was not able to get were made free throws. And that could have been something that could have kept the game much closer. They were 19 out of 32 from the line because of the aggressiveness of the San Juan defense. At times, they had no recourse but to commit fouls, but Pasig could just not capitalize.
I remember we were saying they were bleeding for their points in game number 1.
And usually when you bleed for your points, you resort to making shots from the free throw area. But even there, they could not get their points.
19-15 against that zone. Denison, too strong this time. Rebound Robbie. He gets it back. 6-second differential. Manalang. They go to Tyrone Chan. Attacking. Baseline. Kick out. Turnover. Numbers for San Juan. Marquez onto Aquino. That's a foul.
No easy baskets para kay Art Patrick Aquino. Also credit to him for going up strong and taking the action to Alvin Baichong.
Art Patrick Aquino will proceed to the line. Coach Randy calling Denison and Taiwan over so that he could talk to them. Pushing foul ang may tatawag kay Alvin Baichong. 13 seconds remaining here. 19-15 our score. San Juan looking to advance to the North Finals. Pasig looking to force a game number 3 on the road. Coach Randy, second season champion of the Mpbl. Champion coach, as I should say. 2 conversions for Art Aquino, 13 seconds. Inbound Pasig. Chan will do it. Full court man-to-man, implemented by San Juan. Robbie will have to bring it down. 10 seconds. Manalang escaping. Robbie will fire. No good on the leaner. Taiwan has 2 seconds here. Marwin will fire. Oh, he almost made it. Could have brought the house down. Everyone was anticipating it to actually go down, to be made by Marvin Taiwan. But then again, San Juan will lead after 21-15.
That was a good line Taiwan had on that heave. But San Juan, once again, stamping their class here early on to begin the game. Playing good on both ends of the floor, defense and offense. Omar presiding on that balanced attack for the Knights, but Pasig City was able to find some sort of groove offensively to keep this game close after being blown out in game 1. Carlo Lastimosa, was part of some heated moments. One of those heated moments right there happening on your screens, and that just might be a precursor of things to happen here in this game.
21-15 our score after 1. Mula sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao at sa iba't ibang sulok ng mundo, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. Tyrone Chan giving us the first bucket in the second quarter.
That's already the that's the second three-point basket of Pasig City in this game.
They almost forced a turnover. Taiwan gets it back with 9 on the shot clock. Field goal shooting natin in the first, 5 out of 18 for Pasig, 6 out of 14 for San Juan. Joseph Marquez answering back for the Knights.
Oh, he hit a number of three-point shots in game 1. Itong si Joseph Marquez to keep Pasig City at bay. Only had one, my mistake. But that's his job. A knockdown shooter who occasionally, when given the touches, will be able to attack the defense and put points on the board. Tyrone Chan getting a three-pointer right there para sa Pasig City. He was one of 2 players to hit it from downtown in game 1. The other guy was Jason Milano, who had 2.
Mga big men pa for Pasig City. That's how the struggle was. It's 24-18 here in quarter number 2. Peralta. On to Robbie Manalang. They have Chan, Baichong, and Lucero inside as well. Robbie, cross, jump shot, in and out. Chan is there for the putback.
Looking to create more impact in this game. Ito si Tyrone Chan. You mentioned earlier he started game 1, but it was puzzling to me that they were not setting him up for those pick and pop situations which we are accustomed to seeing him in. Right now, doing it not just from the outside but on the glass as well.
Balik dito, Dexter Marquez, Orlan Momar as well. Would you say that is the big three of San Juan? Momar, Marquez, and Fuentes?
That could be so, yes. Not if Marvin Taiwan has something to say about it.
Taiwan has been that spark plug off the bench. Omar almost losing it. He recovers. He fires. Oh, he almost scored.
But you're correct. Those 3 are absolutely the vital cogs for San Juan City. When they are able to perform well, San Juan, 90% chance of victory.
Nobel Lucero bringing down that basketball. By the way, that guy celebrated his birthday a day after that game 1 loss. And remember, he injured his shoulder in game number 1. Good for him to be able to play here.
He dislocated it, and they had to pop it back right then and there. That's never an easy situation for anybody. We know he's tough as nails.
That's why he is wearing that shoulder support. It looks like a heavy support, no? Parang balot na balot talaga.
That's right. Well, we hope that he could be able to contribute still here para sa Pasig. They're down by 4 right now.
Balisan, Taiwan, he loves that spot. Couldn't make it. Battle for the loose ball. It ends up with Marwin. Pass inside, Kalisaan. Couldn't be contested enough by Robbie Manalang.
The one thing that he has been able to do so well this season, ito si Marwin Taiwan, pass the basketball.
Manalang dancing against Kalisan. Spin, kick. Nobin with 8 seconds. Lucero's drive. 1-2. What a beautiful move.
Going to the right, his strong side and the uninjured side, finishing the 2 points.
Ooh, push from Nobin.
Completely unnecessary, but only their second team foul here.
We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. On the win, Nobin Lucero. Is that a Pinoy step?
Not really.
Not really. It's not a Euro step. It's just a 1-2 step.
It's just a 1-2 step. Not really something I would call the Pinoy step.
26-22. Denison back to Mamar. Cross court. Ron Denison. Second three-pointer of the night.
Now it's gonna be harder right now for Pasig City to defend San Juan if guys like Ron Denison are hitting it also from the outside.
Lucero. Cross. Kick. Manalang. 2 dribbles. These have been tough shots for Robbie Manalang. Mamar. They go to Denison. Wide open again. Fake. Dribble. Pass. One more. Ooh. Tamaya will have to foul Kalisan on that one.
That's exactly how San Juan was able to dominate Pasig City in Game 1. Passing, getting it to the best opportunity. Right there, Kalisan was fouled before he could even go up for the shot. San Juan had 25 assists in Game 1.
10 of those coming from Orlan Mamar. Now we give this assist to Gianna Llanes.
Kung kaya natin sila iwan sa umpisa pa lang, gawin na natin. Yun ang sinabi ni Mike Kalisaan sa Knights before this quarter. Para kay Coach Randy, magagawa talaga nila yon with more ball movement. Pinakamahalaga daw na tumingin sila sa isa't isa as much as possible. 3 passes before taking the shot. And most importantly, speed up the pace. In his words, iwan natin yung Chan at Baichong. Sa atin dapat ang momentum. Only Jeff Tajonera is not playing for San Juan today. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gianna. I love that she pointed out defense for Pasig and offense for San Juan. It's going to be an interesting side here in this court. Ooh! Tyron Chan is called for a charge. Wamar looked at him, didn't even help him, and then after walking by, that's when he decided to help him. At ayaw na ni Tyron Chan.
You know, Orlan Mamar has learned the art of getting under your skin in all his years playing for the San Juan Knights.
Championship caliber na yan. Kampiyonato in Season 2, reached the finals in Season 3. Marquez, dribble, spin, shot is no good. Lucero gets it. And now back, forward, Tonton. They go to the post. Milano, cut. Lucero with one last feed. Turnover again. Kalisan on the run, escaping the D. Unable to make the layup. And no more save mula kay Marquez.
Oh, the San Juan defense making Pasig City think twice about what they were going to do on offense. Peralta had a wide open shot before Denison committed to him. Could have gotten a transition 3.
Remember, Peralta is also nursing, or he just recovered from an Achilles injury. So that could still be bothering him. Oh, forward pass. Omar already turning around after he gave up that ball. Another assist onto Kalisaan.
Orlan Mamar is just playing splendidly once again para sa San Juan Knights. Here navigating through traffic in the vision. Just on point for San Juan's lead guard, Kalisan, finishing the break right there.
Those are point guard things. Mula kay Orlan Mamar. What a pass. This time out is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. 33-22 our score under 6 minutes in the second. Back to game 2 for Pasig and San Juan. Nueva Ecija won earlier today against Pampanga. Tomorrow, game 2 as well in the South Division for Zamboanga and Bacolod, Rizal and Batangas. Coach Tantan Banal is watching alongside his wife Ana. Coach Tan, good evening. Good luck tomorrow. Melano scoring inside and giving a look to Michael Calisaan.
Well, he's not had a lot of opportunities in this game para sa Pasig City compared to the first match. So right now, after the timeout, Coach Ogie Kumatay going to his big man at the post. Might not have been the first option, but ended up as a good choice nonetheless para sa kanila.
33-25. 5.5 minutes in the second. It has been a slow game. A lot of calls as well from the referees. Denison, Calisaan, short stab is good.
They put Lastimosa in a precarious situation with 3 fouls defending Denison in the post, but Calisaan making a timely cut to make things easier para sa San Juan.
Lastimosa asked for the screen. There it is by Ballesteros. 10 on shot clock. Pass inside. Lucero. How about the point guard? Waiting for that basketball in the paint.
That's right, camping out on that sideline on the left side of the ring. San Juan defense denying the pass to Robbie Manalang. Lastimosa forced to call out Ballesteros to give up the ball screen. And a good location by Carlo to find Lucero down there on that baseline.
Nobin, dislocated shoulder and whatnot, playing just days after his birthday. Belated happy birthday to you, Nobin Lucero. Also one of the revelations of the Mpbl in this season. This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Miss on the second one for Nobin. 35-26 after 5 minutes in the second. Wamar bringing it down. They go to Calisaan. Michael finding an opening. Couple of fakes. No basket. Denison. Wala pa rin. Oh, he gets it back. Snatching it away. And a travel. He was asking for a foul.
That's a lucky break right there for Pasig City, but I believe they should do a better job of rebounding the basketball. And by that, I mean everybody has to pitch in, gang rebound, because they're pinning all their hopes on the glass on Ballesteros in Milano, and sometimes that's just not enough. When you're down by this big, you have to be able to pull all those kinds of stops.
Lucero, screened by Ballesteros. Roll. Jason. Oh, this time he is the one who's blocked. That's by Calisaan. Fuentes, Marquez. Fake on the pass. Another one. They go to Orlan. Two-man game. Omar, Marquez, crossover. Three-pointer. Bombs away.
You know, today might not have been the best of matches for a best point guard in the Mpbl in Eset Gabo, but one of the best point guards in the Mpbl, Orlan Omar, is putting a show once again.
Now he gets the board. Dashing through. Omar, pass inside. Again, it is point guard things. The feed onto Marquez.
Oh, he's definitely giving the ball a run for his money with all these great plays. And it's not just doing the right thing, he's doing it with flair.
Now he's turning out to be a crowd favorite here in the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Manalang trying to set himself free. Screen. Robbie still has it. They go to Nobin. Drive. Kick. Melano's turn. He will drive. Ballesteros could not buy a basket. And then a breakaway. Calisaan for two. All the momentum in the world for San Juan.
Deflating situation for Pasig City. Ballesteros thought he had 2 points already.
They thought they had a timeout, or they were going to call a timeout. Instead, the coaches told his players, or their players, to keep on playing. And that's the right word. They look deflated here.
And you said it, they should keep on playing. There's still a lot of time here in this game. We're only in the second quarter.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. I have to say this, Javi, in the years that I've covered the MPBL, this is the best version of Orlan Mamar that I have seen.
Yeah, because he entered our league at such a young age, it has really suited him very much because right now, bata pa rin naman siya, but he's already playing at an elite level, one of the best guards already in our league. Ma-check nga natin mamaya kung ilang taon na to si Orlan.
So maybe Gianna can ask Orlan about his age. Sideline inbound dito para sa Pasig. Lastimoso will bring it in. Here's Ryan Costello. Pasig looking for answers here in game number 2. They're fighting for survival. Milano, back to Ryan. Costello, not much happening here. The roll, turnover. Oh, counter steal. It was a loose ball. Let me correct that. That's why it was a shot clock violation against Pasig City. Very unfortunate.
Nothing going right para sa kanila.
42-26. Remember, in game 1, San Juan was up by 11 at halftime. Denison, bounce pass. Mike is still able to get that basketball, but he steps out of bounds.
They each scored 21 points in the second quarter in game 1, but right now, San Juan is at that total while Pasig can only muster 11 of their own.
Peralta, handoff. Costello now. Tamayo. Fake to Lastimosa. Turnover. Steal by Mamar. Orlan. Oh! What a clinic! Given to us by Orlan Mamar.
We are witnessing the Orlan Mamar show. We gotta give this guy a proper nickname.
Oh, I leave that to you, Javi. Milano, inside, he scores. They badly needed that one.
Just like in game 1, when nothing was going right for any of them, Jason Milano was there to get baskets para sa kanilang koponan.
Wow, what a pass by Orlan Mamar. Bullet onto Michael Calisan for another easy 2. That has been the story of this quarter. A show given to us by Orlan Mamar.
6 points and 6 assists already to go with 3 rebounds for Orlan Mamar.
It's almost the same numbers as in game number 1, pero mas flashy, no? Here in game number 2.
And he's on the court longer here in game 2.
44-29. Again, Judel Fuentes has taken a back seat, and he would gladly do that. Fuentes up top, tried to split the D. Recovery, no more. Forward pass, Peralta. One guy chasing him. Ooh, that's a foul. From behind, it was Mamar.
Definitely no intention to hurt right there, but just not wanting to give up the easy 2 points. Itong si Orlan Mamar. You saw how he dashed for Tonton Peralta after that turnover by his team. Look at him there trying to chase that basketball. Buti na lang Peralta was able, to control himself all the way down and prevented any accident.
That was a playoff foul, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And all the credit to Orlan Mamar, who did not give up. Now he will take that well-deserved breather. Balik dito si Marvin Taiwan, no less, para sa San Juan Knights. 44-30, under 1 minute in the second. Peralta, second try is good. 5 points for Tonton.
Well, at the very least, Pasig City can be consoled by the fact that they're getting some baskets here to win this first half. Although defensively, they still haven't been able to stop San Juan.
Denison calling the play here. 10 on the shot clock. Oliver at him. He has that shot. Decided to hand it off. And then he pops. Oliver will fire. There you go.
Just sticking to what Coach Randy was telling them. 3 or more passes before you get off the shot.
Again, thank you, Gianna, for that information. 46-31 our score. 3-second differential. Melano against Oliver Arim. Jason. Up top, drive, spin. Good help. Costello, one-hander. Foul against Oliver.
Oh, that's also one guy who I'm sure Coach Ogie Gumata is waiting to see make a dent offensively in this game. We all know his contributions on the defensive end, but Costello cannot seem to stop the rampage of Orlan Mamar in this game.
Ryan proceeds to the line, misses the first. 4 seconds remaining here before halftime. In another dominant first half for the San Juan Knights as they try to set up that date with Nueva Ecija in the North Finals. Ball tapped away in favor of Pasig. One last chance to score before halftime.
Pasig City is 9 out of 15 from the free throw area.
60%. Peralta inbound baseline. Where will they go? Carlo trying to set himself free. Instead, Peralta looking to do some magic for his own. Whistle at the last second. Judel Fuentes very unhappy with that call.
To the dismay of the entire San Juan bench, you saw all of them, almost all of them, get up to protest that. That call will not be rescinded, and Peralta will go to the line for 2 shots to possibly bring his team to within 30 points. Referee John Bellas is trying to see if there was time left when the call was made.
Will there time to be restored here? Will there be time to be restored? Let's see. John Bellas will now approach Miguel Ferre. There's that last play. Scramble. Then there's that whistle at the last second. Bellas trying to calm down. Itong si Judel Fuentes, who is not normally that emotional. Ayun na nga, yung foul against Maiquez. So it's 2 last free throws here for Peralta. 3.8 seconds na natitira. I wonder if Taiwan will try again from half court. He almost made one at the end of the first. Tonton. Well, he has that touch. Just made 2 free throws. Now making a 3rd straight one. Lead cut down to 14. He tries to cut it down to 13. Smiling as he shoots this free throw. Oh, he misses. And that will wrap up the first half here in the Vinoil Eco Oil Center, San Juan. Again, off to another hot start. It is 46-32. Despite the efforts of Pasig City to try and counter whatever San Juan is doing here in this game, the Knights still dominating this match and ahead comfortably by 14 points as we enter the break. Now we lead you into our top 10 plays, the recent top 10 plays in our Mpbl playoffs.
Killer instinct, and right now walang killer instinct na pinapakita. Si Jason Ballesteros nga lang, galit na.
That is the second jam of the game galing dito kay Jason Ballesteros. Jason Milano up fake, the drop off, and nobody there to challenge the rising Jason Ballesteros for that dunk. Ramirez bounces it off to Galit. Sidestep. Great move right there by J.R. Galit.
Eh kung mga homegrown nitong Bacoor City Strikers, talaga nagpapakilala agad dito sa ating sa start pa lang ng game 3 natin.
Marcy, spin move, drop off, Segura. Great play right there for Quezon City.
A great dribble penetration, spin move, at the last moment drop pass by Marcel Riano. That transition yan.
Mr. Triple-Double of the Mpbl had 9 assists in Game 1 but only scored 6 points.
Down by as much as 14 points in this game. Here's Lawrence Victoria. The drive. Oh, what a shot by Lawrence Victoria!
Yun ang matamis!
Matamis na matamis. 5 shot. Bakit matamis? Kasi sa itsura pa lang miss eh. Pero pasok. Matamis.
Flores Victoria on the floor. Turnover is completed. Forward pass. Archie getting it back. Concepcion with a layup. What a last sequence for Archie Concepcion.
That was only the second basket of the game para kay Archie Concepcion and De La Miren. The kick out. Oh, Valoria is wide open. And that is all net para kay John Valoria. 12 puntos. Lahat nagmula dito sa ating third quarter.
Para ba, with Batangas, napakadaling sumut eh. Kay with Glass, okay, hindi na, parang hirap-hirap naman.
Wide open. Ito si John Valoria, MJ De La Miren, attacking the defense, attracting everyone.
20 minutes. 10 on the shot clock. Mendoza escaping. That's a foul. Basket and one for Cholo Mendoza.
And if there's one finisher who would go strong, it's Cholo Mendoza.
Cholo Mendoza's family is actually at the sidelines. He was the best player of the game in game 1 of these games, this quarterfinal series between Rizal and Sarangani. He is the top scorer for Rizal once again here in game number 2. Jonah Mendoza gunning for 26 points and a 3-point lead for Rizal.
That same offense of option, offensive option for Kansas City, initiated by Marcel Liano.
Oh! Vintage Jason Ballesteros right there. Sa bilis ng pangyayari, hindi ko na nasabi ang mga tamang salita. We bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OK Bet on the win. Jason Ballesteros with authority, putting Chris Menges on the poster. Oh my gosh!
They have a 1-point lead. Sarangani fighting for survival. Kitty Menes onto the right. Step back. 2 seconds. Couple of crosses. Oh! What a move by Kitty Menes! Take a look at this. Double cross to the delight of the crowd. And Kitty Menes with some magic in the air. What a highlight. Again, he is fighting for his survival here in the Mpbl playoffs. That will happen in 90 seconds. Archie, 2 seconds. Concepcion. Oh! The biggest 3-point shot of the night for Archie Concepcion. Take a look at it. One dribble, the pull-up with great power comes great responsibility.
For everybody who still has doubts about Archie Concepcion being a bona fide superstar here in the Mpbl, that shot just tells you that he is definitely it.
Basketball League. The score is 46-32 in favor of San Juan for Game 2 of the Best of 3 North Division Semifinals. Syempre, gusto natin makinggan ano ang mga sinasabi ng ating mga ka-MPBL sa mga social media accounts ng Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. So let's read the comments that everybody has been saying. The first one is from John Dominic Sigesmundo, who says, "Pa-shoutout po from Cebu City. I am the #1 supporter of the MPBL. Hashtag MPBL 2022 and hashtag MPBL." Maraming salamat sa iyo, John, for supporting our league. Ron Alvarez naman says, "Good luck, San Juan Knights. Nandito kami, nakasuporta at lalaban tayo hanggang finals. We will be witnessing if your team is gonna get to the finals today." From Idol Intala naman, he shared a poster of his favorite team and he said, "Bounce back, Pasig City, MWC Sports." Maraming salamat po for engaging with us again on our Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League social media accounts. Now, I'll throw it back to you, Migs and Javi.
Thank you, Gianna. And speaking of those of you on social media, help us out in giving out a nickname for Orlan Wamar. Dahil sabi niya, wala pang araw siyang nickname. Comment ninyo ang mga idea ninyo kung ano magandang nickname para kay Orlan Wamar. By the way, he has more assists than the whole Pasig team here in the first half. 7 assists for Orlan Wamar, 6 for Pasig. A 14-point lead here for the San Juan Knights as they try to set up a date with Nueva Ecija come our North Finals. But of course, Pasig has something to say about that. Javi, what do these white shirts have to do in the second half?
Well, they definitely have to have better offensive schemes here in the second half. Try and free up their shooters, give some space to Carlos Timosa and Robbie Manalang to operate. Because right now, the defense of San Juan are really denying the best options for Pasig City. And one thing that they also have to do is play defense for the entire duration of the possession para sa San Juan, because they cannot afford to give up in the last moments of the shot clock, because San Juan has been relentless in moving the basketball, locating the best opportunity, because Coach Randy has instructed them to methodically break down itong Pasig City by having 3 passes or more before going up for the shot.
Michael Calisan already has 14 points off of those good passes, a lot of them coming from Orlan Wamar.
There you go, 53% from the field for San Juan. That just goes to show how much they're dominating and making mincemeat of Pasig City. Not much resistance from the team of Coach Ogie Gamatay defensively, while they're also struggling from the field. 35%, 10 attempts, 10 makes only out of the 28 attempts para sa Pasig City. And once again, 3-point shooting working well for the Knights. 5 out of 11, while Pasig 2 out of 9, just one more shy away from the total that they had in Game 1. Only had 3 makes in Palayan City. San Juan, not surprisingly, dominating the glass 24-13 and running down this Pasig City team in fast break points 10-6.
We actually thought that Pasig was off to a good start here in this game. Relatively, mas maganda yung first quarter nila. Unfortunately, just pure dominance by San Juan. Calisan with 14, Denison with 8. Omar has 6 points and 7 assists. Fuentes with 5, Tyron Chan has 7, Milano with 6, Peralta 6, that's Limosa 4. Is there anyone in particular that you would want to put up the points here for the white shirts?
Well, definitely Carlos Limosa, because whenever Carlos Limosa is having a good game, Pasig City has a good chance. It doesn't assure them of a victory, but it does push them closer to getting a victory. I mean, he is the best player on this team.
He will come off the bench here in the third quarter. Peralta will start ahead of him alongside Costello, Manalang, Ballesteros, and Milano. They force a turnover. Tonton, this could be a big one. He makes that 3. Good start for Pasig in the third.
And right away, that gives you a shot on the arm if you're Pasig City. Beginning this half on a high note, defense to offense, and more importantly, Peralta starting to regain his touch and his confidence from the field.
Again, he did not make a single 3 in the first game. Here he is again. Oh, could have been back-to-back. 35-46. Wamar, pick, Marquez, Orlan, he will fire. Off to the left, battle for the rebound. That's in favor of Pasig. San Juan actually started with a different lineup here. They have Christian Bunyag, Edgy Boy Mojica, Orlan Wamar, Jadel Fuentes, and Dexter Marquez. We talked about the big three of San Juan in Fuentes, Wamar, and Maiquez. This is a good challenge for them, working with both Mojica and Bunyag. Manalang. Melano, top of the key. That's a three. What a start for Pasig in the third.
I'm pretty sure the gist of that huddle that they had in halftime was, we don't want our season to end today. Let's do something to be able to extend this series to a game 3.
2 3-pointers to start the third quarter. San Juan still scoreless in the second half. 46-38. Let's talk about Jason Ballesteros, standing tall, as always.
9 points, almost a double-double with 11 rebounds and 2 blocks. He has been playing extended minutes in this postseason para kay Coach Ogie Gumatay and manning that 5 spot very well, but his effort still not enough para sa Pasig City.
Let's go to Gianna Llanes.
Jason Ballesteros shares na he had no interest in basketball until high school. Na-discover daw siya ng mayor nila sa Pangasinan nung high school siya dahil matangkad siya at doon na siya naturuan maglaro. Kinuwento ni Jason na ngayon, being the kuya of his team, nagiging example siya sa teammates niya na kung kaya niya makisabay sa kalaban, dapat sila rin. He adds na music plays a big part of his prep before the game, being a huge fan of 80s music. He also motivated his team before this half, telling them, marami ang nanonood sa atin, so wag niyong sayangin ang opportunity. Back to you guys.
Ayoko na sana banggitin yung age ni Jason Ballesteros, kaso 80s music yung sinabi ni Gianna.
Nalabas tuloy yung pagkatito nito ni Jason Ballesteros. But great report there by G, and he is definitely fulfilling the veteran's role here for Pasig City to the hilt in trying to shepherd his teammates to greener pasture.
Now he gets a holding foul against Christian Bunyag. High school na discover. Gano'ng matangkad na kaya siya nung time na yun?
Ang daming cases na mga late bloomers who turn out to be great basketball players, and Jason Ballesteros is one of them.
Tonton, another miss. There have been a lot of 3-point attempts in this quarter for Pasig, but they did score off of 2 3-point bombs in the early part. Ball tapped away in favor of San Juan.
If you're Pasig City, you're still happy because at least you're getting decent shots off compared to game 1 where you really had to bleed for your points. And when I say bleed, you're not getting good attempts because every attempt is shadowed by the defense.
Oh, what a shot. Jadel Fuentes, such a dynamic scorer. I will never ever forget that story by his former teammate Mark Olayan, wherein in the practice of San Juan, syempre sa scrimmage maghahati yan, dalawang koponan. In whatever team Fuentes was a part of, he would sometimes score alone. And he would even outscore the whole other team by himself. Ganun siya kagaling.
That's crazy.
Here's Fuentes. Oh, this time the feed to Marquez, but a sorry miss. Takbo sa kabila, Pasig City. Peralta, layup, foul. It's free throws for Tonton.
Once again, San Juan refusing to give away the easy 2 points. G-Boy Moica does have a case there. That could have been an offensive foul as Peralta used that left arm to try and ward off Mojica in midair. But our officials deciding otherwise, giving 2 shots here to Peralta.
Tonton feeling more responsibility on his shoulders here in game number 2. Again, before returning in the playoffs, he was out because of an Achilles injury. We all know how deadly that is in basketball. Distraction works here from the San Juan crowd. Lane violation lang, so isa pa. Para kay Tonton, mag-ready na naman yung magdi-distract. Tonton has had a lot of looks as well from the stripe in this game. There it is. This time he makes it. Balik dito, Artaquino. Again, 6 players remain from the championship team of San Juan a couple of years back. Orlan Mamar, Artaquino, Jeff Tahonera, CJ Isit, Joseph Marquez. And they have one more, no? I'm going to have to recall that later on as Fuentes misses the shot. Oh, it's Joseph Ubalde as the last. How can I forget about him? He's the crowd favorite. Melano trying to create space. No good. Ballesteros fighting hard but losing space.
Again, if Pasig City, they're not able to convert, they should make sure that San Juan suffers the same fate. Just try to keep it close. Give yourselves a chance until the very end.
50-40. Mamar, Aquino. Lumalabas, Jadel. Fuentes on the catch. Oh, that's a lot of space. And the feed to Marquez. How about that from Jadel Fuentes?
We've seen how good a scorer he is this whole season, but right now, he is displaying great passing ability.
Bata pa yan, si Jadel Fuentes. I mentioned in the previous game, no, yung stretch, that could he be compared to a John Wilson? Would it be a more reasonable matter if we compare him to a Mike Ayonayon, who started very young as well here in the Mpbl?
Well, you know, I always believe that comparisons like that are quite unfair for both parties because there can only be one John Wilson, one Mike Ayonayon, and there can only be one Jadel Fuentes. So I think that, you know, we should just let him grow and let his own star shine bright dito sa Mpbl.
And he has shown definitely an all-star for San Juan.
9 seconds on the shot clock.
9 seconds on the shot clock here. Baseline inbound. Manalang, Ballesteros onto Costello. Manalang breaking free. Pass inside. Melano kick out. Ballesteros, 2 seconds. Turnover. Mamar, there's that pass. Fuentes with the layup.
What a beauty seeing these two guards run the length of the floor. It's either the strip by Omar getting the better of Jason Ballesteros, handing it off to his backcourt mate Jadel Fuentes, who cruises for 2 points.
Lead back up to 14 here. What a game this has been for the San Juan Knights. Their biggest lead was 18 in the first half. 5 minutes and 44 remaining in the third. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. Do follow us on our social media accounts, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League on Facebook and official Mpbl on Instagram for your latest news and updates. Mula sa liga ng bawat Pilipino, 54-40 cross court. Tonton, no foul, no basket as well. One more chance here, Manalang. Dribbles, no good on the pull-up. Omar gets it now. He surveys the floor. Pass to Fuentes, a little bit too high. Fidel against Costello. Fuentes still has it. Double team. Bunyag. Marquez's turn. In and out. Still haven't seen Carlo Lastimosa in this quarter. It's Nobin Lucero being called upon by Coach Oji Gumatay. Oh, great effort by Orlan Mamar. Forcing the jump ball.
Jump ball. Possession arrow is pointing to Pasig City FC.
I've always believed that the mark of a true great player is the ability to affect the game on both sides of the floor. And Orlan Mamar is definitely proving that offensively and defensively, he can create an impact for his team.
Oh, good feed. Binitin pa ni Jason Melano. He's gonna have to earn the 2 points from the line.
It could have been a quick two right there, but opted to make sure. Right now, 2 shots coming up for Milano. Once again, is carrying the Cudgels offensively in this game. Number 2 leading scorer para sa Pasig City.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 54-41, 4 minutes and 48 in the third. Coach Ogie not looking happy at the sidelines. It has been another tough evening for Pasig against San Juan. We talked about Pasig having a short rotation even in the regular season. Is it in a way backfiring now in the playoffs?
Could be. Could be that, you know, the legs of these Pasig players not as fresh as the other teams here in the postseason.
But then again, they had an impressive standing of 13-7, finishing as the number 2 seeded team in the North Division, which definitely impressed everyone. 54-42, Peralta. Milano, top of the key. Jason thought about it. Now against Aquino. That's a good matchup. High-low by Chong. Could not control it. Turnover.
The challenge of playing here in the Mpbl is preserving your players with the schedule of games, with all the travel, far and near. Yeah, you gotta be able to find a way to make it work for your team.
Here's Fuentes against Lucero. Zidel asking for that clear out. Turn around. That was a tough shot. Just couldn't make it. The other end, Estelo, Melano, steal by Jodel. And the pass to Omar. He looks to the right. There's going to be a pass. There it is. Aquino is fouled.
And Orlan Omar just frustrated that he could not get another assist on the stat sheet, but nevertheless still a good play made by San Juan's top guard.
Again, if you guys have an idea for a nickname para kay Orlan Ramar here in the Mpbl, do comment it.
Please do.
Help us out. And we might be able to feature your shout-outs in our features, our graphics here in the Mpbl. Artaquino missing the first free throw. There is Senator Jingo Estrada. Grabe naman yung upo doon, no? Komportable. Happy with his 12-point lead. Oh boy, he's gonna have if ever they advance to the North Finals, he's gonna have a busy time watching at the sideline.
For sure.
55-42. Lucero, turnover. Taiwan, foot speed. Manalang with the chase. Marvin will slow it down. Marquez, handoff, Judel. Fuentes splitting the D. Oh, what a layup. No good. Could have brought the house down. Aquino giving San Juan another chance. One more offensive rebound. And a foul against Baichong.
Nawala lang si Jason Ballesteros sa sahig para sa Pasig City, and suddenly San Juan dominating the offensive glass.
Artaquino, with all the effort in the world, grabbing those rebounds, he will now proceed to the line to be rewarded for his hard work. Foul against Alvin. I have a hypothetical question for you. Mahilig akong magtanong ng ganito eh. Pasensya ka na, Javi. So, dahil nga, hindi gano'ng kalalim itong rotation ng Pasig City. If you could add one player to their lineup, isang player lang, who has that whole package to help Pasig out, sino yun?
Well, you know, at the top of my head, I'm just gonna consider one guy who has really helped them a lot this season before leaving the squad, and that's Jun Manzo. He may not be, the most dominant of players, but at the top of my head, Jun Manzo really could be a shot in the arm para sa Pasig City, because whenever their top gunners struggle, Manzo has always delivered for them. And because compared to Novi Lucero, he is someone who has matured in terms of his style of play. You can rely on him to hit big shots and make big plays.
Milano scoring here, 13 points for him. Manzo had a lot of playing time, especially when Lastimosa was injured. Couple of Best Player of the Game awards as well for Jun Manzo in the early part of the season. Fuentes is wide open. That's too easy.
Oh boy. Once again, deflating moment for the defense of Pasig City. You thought you had the stop, but Fuentes getting the loose ball and positioning wide open for the three-pointer.
By Chong trying to pound his way through against Celso. Joseph Celso just holding his ground, but there's a foul here.
He may not look it, but Celso is one of the best post defenders here in the Mpbl.
Take a look at this scramble. Artapino, great effort again. Everyone knew it. You leave him that wide open, he's gonna make you pay. The all-star Jadel Fuentes.
The moment San Juan ended up with the basketball, Pasig City was just standing around. You saw there Lucero had a couple of seconds before he reacted to challenge that shot by Fuentes, but it was just too late.
By Chong, first free throw is good. Lead cut down to 13 here. Again, we cannot count Pasig City out. That is a 13-point lead, but still very manageable with 1 quarter left and 1:36 here in the third.
Oh yeah, definitely. San Juan definitely not out of the gates. And they have to be very wary of a comeback here by Pasig. Carlos Simosa is back on the floor after an extended run on that bench, so he is definitely fresher right now, and I expect him to be calmer and composed.
Mamar, drive, another feed. Oh, what an assist. Joseph Celso scores.
It's beginning to be so simple for him. He attracts the defense, and when that defender helps, he goes off and feeds it to the big man.
Lead back up to 14. Steal. Again, there's that pass. Another assist. No! A miss from Denison on the layup. The other end. Lucero. 1-2. Steal. Taiwan. Foot race. One guy to beat. Great recovery by Pasig City. Marvin wisely will slow things down. Taiwan against Manala. Dancing with it. Taiwan. Drive. Wild shot. Celso is there. And a foul on Tyrone Chan.
Oh, Chan has to do a better job of getting position underneath for that board. You saw how Celso was able to get the better of him right there and put him in a position for that offensive rebound. Kamot ulo na lang dun si Tyrone Chan, because he knew that he should have gotten that board.
Joseph Celso got that rebound with one hand. Free throw though is a miss. Isa pa yan sa mga mid-season additions ng San Juan. Kasama sina Dexter Marquez and Joseph Marquez. But Joseph already played before for San Juan, as we mentioned, a part of that champion team. 61-46. 7-second differential tayo. Lastimosa is back in the ball game, and that means Denison is back as well. Marquez now trying to cover Carlo. Good help. Kick out. 6 on the shot clock. Melano escapes and the layup.
Wasn't pretty, but they still get the score.
4 seconds here. Taiwan drive. One-hander. He puts it in to end the third quarter.
Oh, he almost got that heave to go at the end of the first, I believe. But right now, he gets a buzzer beater inside the arc. Getting the step on Manala. Tough angle, but still able to knock it down. Taiwan Quality minutes as always para kay Coach Randy Alcantara.
After a strong start with back-to-back threes in the third quarter by Pasig City, San Juan able to recover and able to win this quarter by 1 point. Brilliance once more. Jadel Fuentes scoring, passing. Wamar stealing, passing. I mean, the level of play of these San Juan Knights, they just seem to be increasing it here in the playoffs.
That's just a testament to the elite level that they are on right now. Everybody pitching in and nobody, contributing to their downfall as they are definitely succeeding right now, up by 15 points.
We are about to enter the fourth quarter of Game 2 of our best of 3 division semifinals between San Juan and Pasig. But before that, kausapin natin ang team owner ng San Juan Knights, Senator Jingoy Estrada. Senator, San Juan actually was the champion dito sa Mpbl during the second season. Being that very close kayo sa kupunan nyo and very hands-on, ano ang words of motivation nyo sa kupunan nyo in order to reach that goal again for this season?
Una-una, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. Sa ating mga kababayan San Juan at lalo na yung mga nanonood, mga galing pa sa Pampanga, galing pa sa Nueva Ecija, magandang gabi sa inyo lahat. At maraming salamat sa pagsuporta rito sa ating liga, Mpbl, lalong-lalo na po ang aming kupunan San Juan Knights. At ang tanong mo kung paano namin binomotivate ang mga players, una-una, they have to stick to the game plan at sabi ko nga sa kanila, basta manalo tayo, kami na bahala sa inyo.
Thank you very much. Once again, that was the team owner of the San Juan Knights, Senator Jingoy Estrada, throwing it back to you, Migs and Javi.
It cannot get any more straightforward than that. And you can just imagine how motivated these San Juan Knights are to win every time they step on the court. Orlan Omar will fire and miss ang ating quarter scoring.
And look at that. That was a limited production by Pasig. Despite the great start to that third quarter, only ended up with 16 points because San Juan has played splendid defense all throughout. There have just been, small moments during this game that their defense relaxed. But overall, it has been a great game on that end of the floor para kay Coach Randy Alcantara.
Carlo Lastimosa with his first bucket in the second half. He's up to 6 points, but then again, it hasn't been easy once more for Carlo. Much like what happened in game number 1. He has one last quarter to try to bring Pasig back here as they fight for survival. Foul on the steal by Marquez.
A funny situation there, Marquez posting up to si Jason Milano.
Balik dito. Dexter Marquez and Michael Calisan. What a lethal duo underneath. Calisan scored 14 in the first half alone. Denison, no good. There's Michael with the board. That's what he's known for. He will go to the line.
Once again, Tyrone Chan not boxing out on that play. You gotta go for that defensive rebound. It just puts to waste the effort that you put defensively by giving another possession to the opposing squad.
2 free throws for Michael. 14, 4. Perfect from the line so far. And as I say that, he misses his first one here in this game. But then again, they do have a comfortable 13-point lead. Hypothetically, Javi, matuloy nga ito. Manalo San Juan. It's the Knights versus the Rice Vanguards in the North Finals. Is there a specific matchup that you're looking forward to watch?
I'm definitely looking at that Orlan Omar Hesid Gabo matchup. I'd love to see that. See those two guards go at it. and make great plays for their respective teams. And I believe that spotlight will definitely be on them. And I'm sure Orlan Omar has, and the whole San Juan team has an axe to grind against Hesed Gabo and the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards because of their history together.
And remember, it was the second home game of Nueva Ecija in this season where San Juan challenged them. What a fight that was. And we all thought, though, that that was the most vulnerable that we saw Nueva Ecija at that point. Of course, a lot of teams challenged them as well. Zamboanga, Pampanga. But it started with the San Juan Knights as we bring you this epic move of the game in partnership with OKBet. Own the win. Was that an assist? Tignan mo nga.
Let's see it right here. Not sure if they're gonna count that because that's technically a loose ball. But he is definitely over double digits right now in terms of passing the basketball. Ito si Orlan Omar. 11 assists right now. I'm not sure if they're gonna count that one as a 12th one.
But he has surpassed already his game 1 output of 10 assists. Carlo Lastimosa, mid-range shot, lead down to 14 here. Where else will the answers come from for Pasig City? Maiquez, fake, drive, almost a turnover. Dexter recovers, they go to Orlan, step back 3. Orlan Omar just coming alive at the perfect time for San Juan.
Ang tinatawag nila dyan, lason. Poisoning every Pasig City run each time they are on the brink of it.
9 points so far for Orlan after scoring 11 in game 1. Lastimosa, step back, no good. Good recovery. Lucero escaping and scoring.
Among the threes, smallest guy on the floor getting that rebound and the score.
69-54, 5 points for Nobin. Taiwan, handoff. Omar trying to set himself free against that defense of Lucero. He does get free. Kick out. Dennison, three-pointer.
That's already the 8th three-pointer of the game para sa San Juan. And I think the third or second of Ron Dennison in this game.
That's the third one. He's up to 11 in this game. Manalang trying to dance against Taiwan. Floater is good. Pasig's gonna have to get some stops here. Down by 16. 2 players coming out. Dennison will fire again. Short.
Trying for a heat check right there.
Carlo using the pick down the middle. One-hander.
That just might be the easiest basket that San Juan has allowed Lastimosa to take. Able to split the defense right there on the way to the cup.
Lead is 14. Pasig still fighting for survival. Omar onto Maiquez. They go to Kalisan. Mid-range. Too strong. That's a foul against Dexter.
Never an easy job to try and box out Jason Ballesteros. But Dexter Maiquez, Michael Kalisan, they have done a great job in this game of trying to block out the big man of Pasig City, particularly Jason Ballesteros.
Christian Bunyag will check back in for Dexter Maiquez. Dexter, the best player in game number 1. Well-deserved breather here. 72-58, under 6 minutes in the 4th. Lastimosa is coming alive. Let's see if he can continue here. And willfully bring Pasig back in this game. He misses on that shot. Fuentes will slow things down. 2-man game with Bunyag. Judel behind the back. Christian now has it. Balik kay Fuentes against Peralta. Judel losing the handle. Turnover.
Nahihirapan rin pala si Jodel Fuentes paminsan-minsan.
You know, actually, that was one of the talking points about Judel Fuentes. you can challenge him with his dribbling skills, especially in the end game. And that could pose as your threat on the defensive side against San Juan. Costello. They go to Tonton. Peralta with another miss. But as you mentioned, they've been getting better looks here in the second half. Omar up top. Against two defenders. Orlan Omar is rejected by Jason Ballesteros.
Not in my house, buddy.
He tried.
This is technically Orlan Omar's house, as this is their home floor.
Good try though, mula kay Orlan. I mean, he's had a great game so far. Can't blame him. Kalisaan. Judel breaking free. Fuentes will fire. In and out. Rebound Melano. 14-point deficit for Pasig. 4.5 minutes remaining. Carlo for three. In and out again. Melano fighting for that board. Got tangled up with Denison.
All players, please proceed to the seated area and find your respective benches. Both teams are at
Denison and Melano now giving themselves a sportsmanship gesture. Well, it is the playoffs. One team fighting for survival. Oh, Judel Fuentes, by the way, has to be careful.
Yeah, he has earned the ire of the referees in this game. He's usually very stoic, no reaction on his face, despite, calls not going for him.
14 on the shot clock. Baseline inbound. Costello catches and fires. Short. Ballesteros is there. No slam dunk, but the putback is good.
I was holding my breath for one.
Fuentes, the other end. Peralta smiling as he defends Judel. 72-60. Orlan Omar onto Mojica. They go to Maiquez, who finds himself open. And he makes Pasig pay. Under 4 minutes here. San Juan about to advance in the North Finals unless a miracle can be pulled by Pasig City in the last minutes.
You see Orlan Omar trying to have a chat with Tonton Peralta at the free throw line.
Sideline inbound. Here's Coach Randy Alcantara, champion coach in the Mpbl. 75-60. Melano against Kalisaan. That's a foul on Michael.
I'm not sure if he pointed it out this season, but Peralta does have some history playing for the San Juan Knights in a different league. So he's definitely very familiar with guys like Orlan Omar and Judel Fuentes.
Kaya naman pala tuwing nag-free throw siya, napapanghiti siya ng mga kalaban niya. As this free throw is brought to you by Extreme Appliances. Subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Is that John Clarito?
That is John Clarito, former San Juan Knight, currently a rain or shine in Lasto Painter. Very happy for him. He's one of the examples that hard work works.
That guy blossomed in the finals of the Datu Cup that gave him the championship. Oh man, what a performance that was. Silang dalawa ni Mike Ayonayon bumulusong para sa San Juan. And now they have earned very well their stints in the PBA. Maiquez on the drive, challenging the defense of Melano. No good. Mojica recovery.
Because Maiquez was able to draw out Ballesteros, puts the other frontline members of Pasig City in a precarious situation because they're not able to get the boards as well as Jason Ballesteros.
Forward pass. Calisan on the catch. He has been getting a lot of easy looks in this game because of this level of passing by San Juan.
And you don't notice it. He's the top scorer right now for San Juan. He has 16 points. But because San Juan has been doing so well as a team, di mo na alam kung sino yung top scorer nila if you don't look at the numbers.
Michael Calisan getting that touchdown. Big man to big man on that play. 79-61. It looks to be that San Juan will be advancing in the North Finals. Let's see if Pasig will be able to give us something here in the last 3 minutes. Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center in the city of San Juan. Joseph Ubalde is inside the ball game. The fan favorite for the San Juan Knights. One of the champions left in this squad. 6 of them from the Datu Cup. Mintis mula kay Jason Milano. Momar looked to have hurt his finger. Costello will miss. Orlan gets the board, still holding on to that finger. Orlan will bring it down. Taiwan about to sub in here. Wild pass. Very uncharacteristic for Orlan. Rosero, foot race. Omar gives it up. Ubalde, pass to Calisan.
Well, it looks like we're just waiting for the final score here.
This last 2 minutes is brought to you by Embassy Whiskey. Chill muna tayo. One thing's for sure. This San Juan crowd is still waiting for Joseph Ubalde to score. That is no secret here in the Mpbl. Senator Jingo Estrada is also waiting for him to score. And there's Joseph Ubalde. So it looks like the starters will now take a rest. Calisaan, Maiquez, Wamar, Fuentes, Mojica. Now at the bench, it's Marquez, Taiwan, Ubalde, Arim, and Bunyag on the court. That being said, what can you say about the whole season, this performance by Pasig City?
Well, it was definitely an overachieving season for them as well. Just like the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, because nobody expected them to finish number 2 in the North Division. What with teams like San Juan and Pampanga in that division, and with them, you know, having just a very shallow roster. If you look at it on paper, they don't have the same pieces that a team like San Juan has, but they were able to make it work. And the abundance of guards, that's usually a big problem, because how are you going to rotate those number of guards that you have? But Coach Ogie Gomatay was able to give equal opportunity, sometimes having 3-point guards on the floor. And it bore a number 2 seeding going into the postseason. But as we all know, it's a different animal when you come into the playoffs. And the veteran teams just really stepping up and proving to all of us that, you know, it's still important to have a deep roster.
And this is the championship culture of San Juan paying off in the playoffs. They will have a date with the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards, undefeated 25-0 in the North Division Finals. Taiwan goes to Bunyag for 3. No good. Rebound Milano. starters still on the floor here for Pasig City. Lucero, Ballesteros, Melano, Peralta, and Manalang. Melano with the layup. Somewhere out there, Coach Jerson Cabiltes for sure is watching this game, scouting, just like what he did in that Pampanga versus Bataan Game 3. Taiwan, they go to Oliver Arim. No good. Rebound Pasig, forward. Lucero, pushing away Oliver Arim. Two-pointer. 29 seconds.
I
That will do it.
Just gotta applaud the effort of Lucero showing up here in this game with a dislocated shoulder, but still giving his all in trying to get this win for Pasig City. Unfortunately, San Juan just too deep, too good, and they want to set up another chance for a championship. Unfortunately, the Rice Vanguards are in the way in the next phase of our postseason.
Again, our kudos to the Pampanga Giant Lanterns and Pasig City who have dazzled the crowd time and time again in this 2022 season of the Mpbl. Pasig City undermanned. They stayed loyal with their roster at the beginning of the season. It has paid off with a 13-7 record in the regular season. There you see their owner, Buddy Encarnado, just fell short here against a very tough San Juan team that seems to be peaking here in the Mpbl playoffs. And as we mentioned, they will face the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguards in the North Division Finals. That will begin in Palayan City. Tomorrow, South Division tayo. Let's see if the same will happen. Zamboanga and Batangas to move on to the South Division Finals. But for this game, our player of the game is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the Mpbl. With OKBet own the win. This guy was the one who was able to dazzle the crowd. Orlan Mamar.
Kalisan was their top scorer, but it was this guy who was the conductor of this show, orchestrating beautiful music para sa San Juan. 13 assists and a little bit of everything para kay Orlan Mamar.
Now we turn you over to Gianna Llanes.
Orlan, during the last 2 minutes of the game, nagpa-sub out ka and tumakbo ka sa dugout niyo dahil may nararamdaman ka. I think that's a testament na very physical ang laro ngayon. So paano na-endure ng koponan niyo ang mga sakit na mga bagsak niyo?
As expected naman kasi hindi naman ibibigay agad na madali yung lang Pasig yung game to kasi kayang-kaya din nila kami. Kaya niready kami ng coaching staff namin sa physicality ng game.
Tapos nung hinila ka namin papunta dito, tinanong mo kami, bakit ako? It's because you actually had 13 assists. There were numerous times during the game na pwede mo na itira yung bola, pero pinili mo na bigyan ng opportunity ang mga teammates mo. Bakit yun ang prioritize mo?
Kasi sa grupo namin, madami kasing scorer, kaya nag-adjust yung playing style ko, pass first. Kaya kailangan ko mag-create para sa mga teammates ko. Yun.
I'm sure maraming proud sa San Juan Knights ngayon because you guys are advancing to our North Division Finals. Congratulations to your team. Sino ang gusto nyong pasalamatan ngayon?
Una sa lahat, nagpapasalamat kami sa sumusuporta sa amin, si Senator Jinggoy, si Boss Nolet, si Boss Jeremy, Go for Gold, lahat ng San Juaneños, maraming salamat sa pagsuporta. Binabati ko yung parents ko nasa ball ngayon, tatay ko, nanay ko, kapatid ko, lolo ko, at Coach Pasi, girlfriend ko nanonood ngayon, tito nanonood din ngayon, si Wimpy, si Michael Husaw, si Kuya Junar, saka si Kuya Harold, saka yung wala na, yun na.
Well, I will let you celebrate with your team now. That once again was our best player of the game, which is brought to you by OKBet, the official partner of the MPBL. With OKBet, own the win. Back to you, Migs and Javi.
Thank you, Gianna. Watch out for that Orlan Mamar versus Hesed Gabo matchup in the North Finals. It is Nueva Ecija versus San Juan. Watch out for that beginning in Palayan City. Tomorrow, Zamboanga versus Bacolod, Batangas versus Rizal. It will happen inside the Batangas City Coliseum, the home of the inaugural champions of the MPBL. Marquee Coach Alex Angeles and Bacolod, and of course Jolo Mendoza, Coach Tantan Manal, they have different ideas as they try to extend their very own MPBL Semifinals series. Congratulations to Nueva Ecija and San Juan. In behalf of my partner Javi Balania, our courtside reporter Gian Yanis, my name is Mix Gomez. See you soon again here sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.